Welcome and welcome back. In this week's vlog, I'm going to be taking you through the process of making my next Skillshare class. I am in a time crunch. I have less than 2 weeks until my next Skillshare class is due. Basically, I'm in Teach Corps within the Skillshare Teacher program, and occasionally they will have class challenges. So we will all try to create classes within a certain time frame and have them published so that students on Skillshare have even more classes at their disposal that they can use and reference and enjoy. So we are in the middle of one of those challenges. It is July 31st. This class is due by, I believe, the 13th, but I'm making the 12th my hard deadline just to give myself a little bit of extra time because some hurdles have already come up along the way and I just don't want to push it. Let's hope that we don't run into any more hurdles. So far, my phone has broken, which I use my phone as the primary filming device for my courses. I have a DSLR camera, but I find that it runs out of battery quickly. I just don't enjoy the editing as much. It is much easier for me to use my phone. My phone has a great camera on it. So you can see I have a lav mic or a lapel mic on today. I'm gonna probably have to do a few voiceovers for my class. So when I'm doing my voiceovers, I do like to use my lav mic. I film the majority of my talking headshots, like the ones where I am talking direct to camera, with my lav mic for my classes. So when I go to do my voiceover, I want to be using the same audio tools just so that the audio editing is a little bit easier. Audio editing is a challenge for me, so it's something I'm definitely working through, but I find that using the same tool to edit both consistently across my class just helps make that audio editing just a little bit easier. If you're wondering what class we're making, I'm actually in the process of making 2 classes. The one that we're going to be releasing first in time for this challenge is going to be an intro to hand embroidery class. I was originally going to be making a stick and stitch class, which is basically a water soluble paper class. That sounds so boring. Gosh, basically water soluble stick and stitch paper is the material that you would use in order to embroider on like hats and clothing and sneakers and all of those fun things. That was going to be a little bit more of an intermediate class. And I found as I was making that class that I thought it would be really helpful just to have a basics intro to embroidery, like an embroidery 101 class. So I started making that because I thought that we could just, as I'm working, I can keep referring back to that class. So in this intro class, we're going to be making I'm making a little ornament, but I'm encouraging students to make either a little 3-inch or 4-inch wall art hoop. I'm going to be showing them how to use a basic stitch to do something with lettering so they can choose like their hometown or a cute phrase or a personal, like their name or something like that, in order just to learn the basics of like how to load an embroidery hoop, how to start stitching, and that whole process. So I've most of the filming done and now we're in editing mode and we just got to try to knock it out. So I'll take you through the whole journey. I'll let you know as soon as it's uploaded. It's going to be exciting. We'll see if we can make it T-minus 12 days. Here we go. Okay, so you can see here, this is how I try to keep my classes organized. This also helps keep me motivated to keep pushing through. I love seeing the process of all of these little squares turn to green. So basically, I have each of my lessons along the left side here, and then I have all of the steps that it's going to take for me to be able to upload this class to Skillshare. So I start with a draft, I turn it into, I say scripting, but it's really light scripting because I wind up talking to camera. So a lot of it's actually bullet points, but it's much tighter than, say, my draft when I'm starting to decide what lessons to do, which order to do them in. I also have what I'm calling here is intro video. It's really my talking headshot. So it's a lot of A-roll. It's me talking direct to camera from that script or from those bullet points to just try to work through each of the lessons. It's also me capturing the intro parts of those lessons and the outro parts of those lessons. So me introducing the topic that we're talking about and then what topic we're going to be hitting next at the end of the lesson. I also like to capture a bunch of B-roll. So in this case, if I'm making an embroidery hoop intro class, it'll be me stitching up an embroidery hoop, me working with embroidery floss, threading a needle, things like that. Just fun shots that need to be filled in along the way. Usually I have to take more B-roll as I go. So even though this is green, as I start editing the classes, I realize I need some kind of micro shot that might be something that I might not have thought of, like, hey, turn the hoop on its side. Something I might not have thought of that I might not have a great shot of. So I might have to kind of take a few shots as we go. That can slow me down a smidge. Usually when I'm working, I have a whole list of B-roll shots that I want to take. As I'm sort of drafting and scripting up, I have a whole list of shots that I want to take. And then I try to get as many of them as I can, but occasionally one does fall through. Then I start and I go through basic edit of these intro videos. So basically what that means is I take out all of my ums and my pauses and my breathing, because I tend to be a loud breather into the microphone. I'm sorry in advance. I try to tighten up if there was any times I made a mistake or repeated myself. I edit all of that out just to get to the core of the lesson and what we've recorded. Then I do what I call a hard edit, and that is where we are right now. And you can see I've started a few of these lessons, but we've got, a little over half to go. So basically the hard edit means we are refining it and tightening it up. Did I miss anything? Did I not say enough? Is there something I need to add? Make sure that it's nice and ready to go to publish the class. Once I'm done with those edits, this also includes like adding in music. This includes, making sure that my pause spaces aren't empty spaces. This includes making sure that all of my slides are finished. So if I have little note slides or knowledge slides, that they're all ready to go as well. And all of my intro and outros for each of my lessons, because I have intro slides, outro slides, plus a little tiny bit of music. All of that comes in with my hard edit. Then the last thing I do is a last listen. This basically means I go through and make sure that there's nothing I missed or nothing that I said, hey, I'll come back to that later, and I totally forgot about. When it's complete, I export it and then I get ready to upload to Skillshare. Now you'll notice that this top little row here is pretty blank, right? I haven't done much with it. That's because it's my intro, and I always do my intro last. Once the class is fully formed, I go through and I script out a pretty hard script for my intro. I try to make it as engaging as possible. We're gonna have to script it. We're gonna have to film the talking head. We have some B-roll that we can use, so that'll be fine. We're gonna have to do all the editing for it and go. You can see here I got some stuff done on Friday, which was great. Sunday, I didn't get to these lessons. I wound up working on market prep. I got a whole bunch of embroidery hats done, which was fun. So these are being pushed up to today, which is Monday. So we're gonna rework this a little bit. I don't know, we're gonna have to see if we can get through. If I can get through 3, that would be great, but I'm guessing that we're only gonna be able to get through 2. So we're gonna see how this goes. And we are pushing this draft back to, I'm gonna say Thursday. I don't think it's gonna get done before Thursday. And that's okay. We can get, if we can get to the intro by Thursday, I will be hyped. I'm not worried about that. We have 2 weeks. So if we can get the bulk of this done this week, I will be super excited. So it looks like we need to start with designing a stitching template. I know I have a basic edit started. So if I go into my file folder, we need designing the stitching template. So let's find it. This one. It'd be this one. So let's go check that out. Okay, so you can see here. Okay, so you can see here that I am in Premiere Pro. Please don't mind the silly faces I make along the way. You can see we have a light edit so far. I'm about to go through and edit this project. I will do my best to make it as exciting as possible, but it's basically gonna be me editing in Premiere Pro. I do create project folders here, so we're gonna add in a video folder, we're gonna add in a photo folder. I usually add in an audio one. Whoops, Control Z. Audio folder as well. Sometimes I'm gonna need some canvas shots, so we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna work through this. Okay, so I'm gonna pause for a few minutes, take a little lunch break. I'm probably gonna do some editing off camera just because this takes a really long time. It usually takes me a few hours to edit each video, and I'm not here to bore you. So if anything exciting happens, I'll try to pop the camera on or screen grab something for you, but I'm gonna just be working and editing right through. But for right now, I need a snack because I need some energy. Mowing the lawn, I think, zapped me pretty good. And I'm gonna go try to find something, and then we'll be back to work. So I'm taking a little bit of a break. I have videos exporting out of Camtasia, which is my screen recording software. So I've got to wait for those to download. And I also need to clean out my refrigerator tonight, not for funsies, but because my refrigerator is being replaced and they are coming with a replacement tomorrow. So I have to basically empty out my refrigerator, but I'm going to bag all the food that's in there and then just get it ready so that when they come tomorrow, I can just quick take out those bags. They can do what they need to do to transition the new refrigerator in and the old refrigerator out. I'm probably going to take... And Ellie's a little cranky. Where's my Ellie girl? You here? Hi. So I'm going to take a few minutes to go take care of that. I don't know if I'm going to get through any more editing tonight, but we are making progress. I got through about 2/3 of that lesson. I think the next 3 lessons are really heavy edits, so they might take a little bit longer than I'd like, but we're just going to keep pushing through it. Okay, Miss Ellie, I know. So I gotta go let Ellie out and we gotta get ready for the refrigerator. We're back. It's Tuesday morning and I realized that the current lesson that I'm working on, the one where we are going to be designing our embroidery pattern, is probably going to be one of the more intensive edits. So I am going to be just heads down trying to work through this one. It's going to be a little bit more intensive because I have to combine not only a role, like talking head, me talking, but also me drawing, designing on the iPad, and screen grabs. So I'm going to be sort of ribboning all of those videos together. I'm sure ribboning is not the correct word for that, but I'm going to basically be overlaying those videos and integrating them all together into one concise lesson. And I'm going to need to be doing some voiceover work. None of it's hard. It's just going to require my concentration. Remember, I am not a professional video editor by any means. So it just takes me a little bit more time than I would hope for, but it's okay. So I want to just push through this lesson. I'm going to get through it as quickly as I can. I may be off screen for a little bit just because I just want to put all of my effort and focus into this lesson to make sure that it's right and that it is concise and that it makes sense for anyone watching the class. So I'm going to come back to you with an update as soon as it's done and we'll see how it all goes. Fingers crossed that it goes really smoothly and we get it done quicker than we hope. Fingers crossed. So I'll be back in touch as soon as I have an update. It is still Tuesday. A little update. I am taking a break. I'm outside with Ellie. We are in the backyard. And I just need to walk away from my computer for a few minutes because it's been a few hours. We've been editing this video, which I think it's going to turn out great. It's just a lot of refining. I'm basically showing how to create an embroidery template as simply as I possibly can because it's for beginners. And I just want to make sure I'm not overcomplicating it, but I also want to make sure that I'm giving good value and providing enough detail for how to make this process as easy as possible. So I just need a little mental break out here, getting a little bit of sun for just a few minutes, walk away from my desk. I think sometimes we got to do that. So I will keep you posted. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to come close to finishing this lesson today, so that is exciting. I think this lesson is going to be the hardest one. After this, I'm hoping that they all move right along, so fingers crossed. I finally finished. We got through this project. It is 8:03. It is 8:03 p.m. on August 1st, but we got it done. That took a long time. I feel absolutely zapped, so I think I'm going to go get cleaned up, take a shower, just take a little break. I was really hoping to get some hat stitched tonight for markets, but I'm not sure if I'm going to have the energy. I'm going to go try and see if a shower will help pep me up a little bit. It's been a really long day. Sometimes these big, long projects just really take my energy. And one pro tip is, I think this maybe could have gone faster. I'm not even sure if it could have. Basically, if you're ever making a Skillshare class, key tip, make sure that your draft and your script is tight, like it is solid, because you'll save a lot of time in editing later if you don't have to go back and refilm and rescript. So just keep that in mind. Hey everyone, it is August 3rd. It is Thursday. I am actually about to go get my hair cut, and I'm really thankful for it because last night I'm so tired. I had a really hard time falling asleep, and I think it's just because I've been stressed and I've been working pretty long days and I just don't take much time to unwind. So I'm excited. I'm gonna get my hair done, take an hour to just refresh, and then we're gonna get back into editing. So this is my before. My hair is a mess today. I had it in like a braid bun. I don't know what else to call it. Like I put it in a braid and it kind of slowly started falling out. So I kind of spun that into a bun while I was sleeping, and it is just a mess. But I'm about to go get everything refreshed and redone. So I'm going to jump in there and I'll show you the results when we're all done. So I just got my hair done, which is really exciting. I feel nice and refreshed and ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and head back home, and we're going to start editing and getting ready for more Skillshare lessons. So hopefully the goal is going to be to get a lot of lessons done today because we got so backed up with that one lesson. So I'm hoping that we can get at least a few done this afternoon and just get back on track to make sure that we're going to hit our deadline. So let's get to it. So good news, we just finished the tracing lesson. The next lesson I have to tackle is going to be the split stitch lesson. So in this Skillshare class, I'm going to be teaching the split stitch. So I gotta go get that done, but I am starting to fade. I need a little bit of a snack. I think the split stitch lesson is going to be the last intensive editing lesson, just because I'm going to be doing some voiceover while I'm stitching. So I just want to make sure that that's all tight, that it all makes sense. So we're going to get on that. It's around 3:30 right now, 3:30. So we're going to get on that, and then I'm going to go ahead and start filming. It's filmed. I'm going to start editing that lesson. I think we can get it done tonight. So fingers crossed. I have a looming deadline this afternoon because my husband Nick is a Twitch streamer and he streams on Thursday nights. So I won't be able to record too much while he's streaming because there will be sound interference. But we're going to be working, in worst case, you'll just see me silently working. But yeah, I need a snack. So we're going to go grab a snack, and then we're going to keep going. We're going to check the tracing lesson off of our spreadsheet so that it's one more green box in our grid. So we're going to slowly but surely tackle these lessons. I will keep you posted as we go. So it is 7 o'clock. I just got done filming, actually I just got done recording some voiceover for my project. I am downstairs in my dining room because Nick is upstairs and gaming, and I can't record my voiceovers if he's chit-chatting in the background. So we're almost done with the split stitch lesson. I am so excited. So we're gonna get that done tonight, and then we'll catch up and we'll do even more lessons, I think, on Saturday. Tomorrow's Friday. I need to do some market prep tomorrow. That's what I have slated for tomorrow. I basically have to split my time because I have to get both projects done, but we're chipping away. We're chipping away at the Skillshare class. I usually like to make a class resource, so I'll probably make some embroidery templates. We'll work on that one step at a time. We're going to finish editing. So I will be sure to keep you posted and keep you updated as we make progress. It's Saturday. We are a week away from our deadline. I have 4 lessons left, and they're fairly short, so I think we can get them all done. After this, we're gonna start working on our intro lesson. That's gotta be extra special. We're gonna do the full filming for that. So today the goal is to get the 4 lessons edited. If we have a little time, I might start drafting up our intro script, but the main goal for today is to get those last 4 lessons totally tackled in editing. So let's get a jump start on it. So I am taking a break outside, and a little side note, there are 2 cardinals. I'm kind of watching them. They're playing in the yard over there, and I need to get my bird feeder filled up and back up and running again. I really want to make this outside space. I have a lot of herbs in here, but I want to clean it up a little bit and maybe make it a raised bed and have a little space out here where I can work, umbrella, something covered so that Ellie can play in the yard and so that I can just be outside on really nice days, because in New York we only get so many really nice days in the year. So today is one of them. It is actually a really nice temperature outside today. It isn't too hot, it isn't too cold, but there are 2 cardinals and they visit like every single day, and it's a male and a female, and they're jumping up and down from the shrubs over here. You can kind of see the trees and then the shrubs, and they're just so playful, and they're chirping, and it's beautiful. And I just wanted to share. At some point I'm going to get this all decked out and looking beautiful. Just add it to my to-do list, but it's going to happen. I know it is. Whew, we're back. It's Sunday. It's August 6th. We got through editing all of the lessons, so I am so excited, except for our intro lesson. We have to do our intro lesson, which is what we're working on today. So today I'm going to be scripting it. If I have time and energy, I'm also going to try to film it. Basically, when I go to edit my Skillshare intros, I have a little system. So if you've ever thought about making a Skillshare class, this is the system that I use. Basically, I have a guide that I use for each of my intro lessons. To save time, I save that template. So whether it be, a value add section, or the class involves doing XYZ, your class project is going to be this. All of those sections I have laid out into a template, and I fill them in for each class just to make life go a little bit faster. And the intro lesson is just so important. It's basically a hype video for your Skillshare class. And I don't know if I'm much of a hype person, but I try really hard. And for this class, I am especially excited because it's going to be all about starting and learning hand embroidery. And it's not just hand embroidery. We're going to be making little ornaments. So I think this class is just going to be super helpful if you've ever wanted to try hand stitching. It's going to be a good base class just to learn and have a little bit of fun. And I really want to share that value and those skills with as many people as I can. So I want to make this introduction as great as I possibly can so that more people want to take it and more people will hopefully enjoy it and have fun learning a new skill or honing the skills that they already have. So we're going to try to make this intro as fun and exciting as we possibly can. So that's what's on tap for today. We're going to get that done, and then we're going to go ahead and edit the video and get everything tightened up so that we can get it uploaded to Skillshare. So here we go. So great news, friends. I just finished the scripting for this class. You can see it. You can see it here. You see the script. We are going to film because it's only 1 o'clock. So there's plenty of time. I've got to change into my class outfit. So basically I try to wear the same outfit, and I'm going to have to put my hair up. I try to wear the same thing so it all looks uniform as I'm making the class, even though I do shoot over the course of a couple days. We're going to try to recreate that look. Okay, so we are going to tidy up this, make it into our filming backdrop, because as you can see, I've been doing B-roll shots. So I've got a bunch of supplies on that table. I got to just tidy up. And this is going to be my backdrop for the class. I'm going to go ahead and get changed. I'm going to tidy this up. I'll take you right along. And here we go. Hey, okay, so we're all set up. I've changed into the outfit and hairstyle that I used for the last round of filming. I am all mic'd up and ready to go. So I'm gonna quick get all of this filming done, and then we'll get back to editing our video so that hopefully we can get this uploaded to Skillshare very soon. So that's the goal. So grab your favorite sewing supplies and let's get stitching. Oh, I think we did it. I think we did it. Okay. Now I gotta figure out how to get out of here. All right. So we did it. We actually got through that whole recording. It's 2 o'clock, 2:10. It took about an hour for us to get set up, changed into a new outfit, and to actually do the recording. So it's still a little bit early. There are a few other projects I do have to get done in addition to Skillshare, but I think while the lighting is good in here, I have the window. Yeah, so while I have all of that nice natural light, I want to take a few options for my cover shot from the cover photo of my class. So I'm going to set up just that white roll of paper again, and then we're going to go ahead and just take a few photos, but then I think I'm going to wrap this up for at least today. I think I'm going to come back to this on Tuesday. Monday, it's going to be another market prep day. Getting real nervous about this market prep. I have so much I need to get done. So I'm going to spend the next part of today getting a few other projects done that I need to get done. It is a Sunday, so I have to push for the Skillshare class, but I also don't want to burn out. So I've got to balance a little bit. But we're going to get those photos done while we have good light. It's supposed to be stormy next week, which may or may not give us good lighting. So while I've got the light, we're going to tackle that right now. Hey everyone, it is Friday. Friday? It is not Friday, it is Tuesday. It is Tuesday, August 8th, basically where we left off. I filmed the whole intro, so I need to get it edited. I need to do last lessons on all of my lessons. There are a couple of lessons that I might rearrange the order just slightly, just to make it a touch smoother, but we're almost there. And then I got to upload all of the lessons into the Skillshare platform. I have to type out my class description, make sure that it has some good keywords in there, all my class titles, the lesson titles, and I need to make sure that all of my tags are in there. I need to upload my class resource, and I think I'm going to make sure, I know I started one, I just got to finish it up and make sure that I've got some designs that'll be good for 3-inch and 4-inch hoops, just so that if someone doesn't want to design their own embroidery pattern, if that's feeling intimidating, I don't want that to stop them from learning the key elements to hand stitching. It's not worth letting that be a roadblock. So my class resource is going to be just a few simple designs that they can trace onto their fabric and then start stitching. So I'm going to just come up with a nice PDF where they can print it out, trace those designs, and hopefully that will be helpful for them. So I got to make sure that that's up and tight. I know there's usually a couple lessons that I can't finish until the classes are uploaded. So like, for example, my class project lesson, I usually do a screenshot clip of how to find where to upload your class project within the Skillshare platform. I'm going to need to be doing some work in Camtasia once the class is uploaded. There's a fair bit to tackle. I think we can get it all done today. If not, it'll be just a couple hours another day, but I'm ready to just crank this out and get it out there so people can enjoy it. Like I'm ready for that part of this experience. So here we go. I'll check in with you hopefully a little bit later in the day, and hopefully we'll be really close to being done, if not completely done. So let's jump in. I'm going to jump in right now. So I'm going to jump in right now and get started. So a little update, we are to the point where we are exporting from Premiere Pro, which is really exciting. So we are exporting our lessons and then we're going to be uploading them to the Skillshare website. I have 4 lessons I've got to wait to export until I have the class sort of set up so that I can show a screenshot of how to navigate on the class to the class project gallery and to the discussion panels. So I am waiting for those 4, but all the rest of the lessons, I think is there 15 of them? How many lessons in this? Yep, 15. 15 lessons are getting exported, so 11 of them we're doing right now. The last 4 will do final touch-ups, but we're gonna get this rocking and rolling. I am so excited. Hey friends, I am so excited. We did it. It is Friday, August 11th, and I'm about to upload the Skillshare class. I am so excited. If you want to check it out, I'll have it linked down below. I am exhausted. I've been up late the past couple of nights, but we finished it. I'm so glad I took some extra time to make sure it was in the way that I wanted, sure that it was as good quality as I could possibly make. So I'm so excited. Let me know what you think about it. Share in the comments below. And until next time, friends.